You've put in the hard work, met a range of requirements, and submitted your application for ARRT certification and registration. Now, it's time to schedule and take your exam. As you get ready for the big day, knowing what to expect can help you feel more prepared. First things first, before you can schedule your exam, you'll need a candidate status report from ARRT. Depending on what eligibility pathway you use, we'll either mail it to you or make it available electronically after we process your application. Review your candidate status report closely and make sure all the information is accurate. If it's not, you could run into problems scheduling or taking your exam. Pay special attention to how your name is listed. When you arrive at the test center on exam day, you must show 2 forms of acceptable and current identification. The names on each ID must match exactly what appears on your candidate status report. For example, if your candidate status report says Beth Doe and your ID says Elizabeth Doe, you won't be allowed to take the exam because those names aren't an exact match. This rule also extends to cultural name variations. If your ID shows your surname first and your given name second, your candidate status report must show both names and in the same order. If your names don't match or any other information is incorrect, don't schedule your exam. Instead, call us for help correcting the issue. After you confirm that all the information is accurate, you'll be ready to schedule your exam appointment. Pearson VUE provides computer-based testing services for ARRT. The company has more than 200 professional test centers in the U.S. and abroad. You can either call Pearson VUE's toll-free number, which is listed on your candidate status report, or make your appointment online at pearsonvue.com/ARRT. Exam appointments fill up quickly, so make yours as soon as you can, even if you don't want to take the exam right away. When you call or go online to schedule, you may select an exam date within the following 365 days. Have your candidate status report on hand when you schedule. You'll have to provide information from the document, including your ARRT ID. If you requested testing accommodations on your ARRT application, you should have received a mailed response from us with your candidate status report. You'll need this documentation on hand when you schedule your appointment. Pearson VUE staff can't grant accommodations during scheduling or provide them at the test center if ARRT hasn't previously approved them. After you schedule your appointment, watch for a confirmation email from Pearson VUE within 24 hours. If you don't get one, call Pearson VUE right away. If needed, you can cancel or reschedule your exam appointment by following these rules. Cancel your appointment at least 24 hours before your scheduled start time. You can do this through Pearson VUE's website or by calling them. Keep in mind that 24 hours means at least 1 full business day before your scheduled appointment. And note that weekends and national holidays don't count as business days. There's an exception to the cancellation and rescheduling deadline if you live in the Eastern Time Zone. See our handbooks for more information. Regardless of where you live, make sure you carefully follow all rescheduling instructions listed in the handbook. If you miss an appointment or don't cancel it early enough, you'll lose your ARRT application fee. Your handbook also has information about missing your appointment because of an emergency or severe weather. Before your exam day, make sure you know where the test center is located and how to get there. Plan to arrive at least 30 minutes before your scheduled exam, and allow time for traffic, bad weather, construction, or anything else that could affect your travel time. If you arrive more than 15 minutes late, you may have to forfeit your appointment and your application fee. When you check in, you'll need to show 2 forms of identification and sign your name. Remember, your IDs must be current, not expired. The names on your ID must also be identical to what's listed on your candidate status report. The only exception is that it doesn't matter if any of your IDs contain your middle name or initial. Learn more about identification requirements, including acceptable types of IDs, in the handbook. Next, Pearson VUE staff will take your photo and scan your palm for authentication. Finally, you'll have the opportunity to read a copy of the Candidate Rules Agreement. Before you enter the test room, you'll need to leave all your personal belongings in a secure locker. Store your cell phone, food and drinks, study guides, wallet or purse, and anything else from your pockets. You may also be asked to remove watches or jewelry. You won't have access to these items until after you've completed your exam and left the exam room. The only exception is those who've been pre-approved for certain ADA accommodations. See our handbook for more information on the check-in procedures. Once inside the test room, expect a variable environment. The temperature can fluctuate, so it's a good idea to dress in layers. Keep in mind, though, that you can't wear outerwear, such as a jacket or hooded sweatshirt. There might be other test takers in the room with you, and you could hear noises such as typing, coughing, and people entering or leaving the room. If you think this will distract you, ask a Pearson VUE staff member for earplugs or noise reduction headphones. After you sit at your assigned testing station, you'll have the option to watch a tutorial on the exam process. Immediately after the tutorial, you'll have 2 minutes to respond to a non-disclosure agreement. If you don't accept it within 2 minutes, you'll forfeit your attempt to take the exam on that day. There are no exceptions, so it's a good idea to review the non-disclosure agreement in your handbook before your exam day. By familiarizing yourself with the language ahead of time, you'll be prepared to respond as soon as you see the agreement on your monitor. The ARRT exam is computer-based. Most questions will be multiple choice. However, you may also see multi-select, sort order, or hot area questions. The number of questions on your exam will vary depending on your discipline. Look at the ARRT handbook for more information. You must answer each question before you can move on to the next, but you'll be able to flag questions for review. If you have time at the end of your exam, return to your flagged questions. During the exam, raise your hand if you need something, such as a clean noteboard or to use the restroom. For security reasons, you cannot leave the room without permission from a Pearson VUE staff member. Except for certain pre-approved scenarios, if you're gone longer than 10 minutes, test center staff will file an incident report with ARRT and you may be asked to leave. Most candidates will see a preliminary score on their computer at the end of their exam. That's not your final score. We'll mail your final score within 3 weeks of your exam date. When you're ready to leave, raise your hand. A Pearson VUE staff member must dismiss you from the exam room. Before you leave the center, staff will scan your palm again. After your exam, remember not to discuss its contents with anyone. It's a violation of our exam security rules, and it could lead to sanctions or legal action. If you have questions about exam security or about any part of scheduling or taking your exam, check out our website or the handbook for more information. You can also call us at 651-687-0048. extension 8560. One of our customer service agents will be happy to help.